Welcome. So what I have is -1 is less than or equal to x, and what I want to do is I want to graph this inequality. So the first thing we need to do, though, is we need to make sure we understand and we read this correctly, because what it says is -1 is less than or equal to x. And a lot of students always say, oh, whenever I see the inequality sign, that's where you graph it, right? And that's a lot of times that's true when we read it from left to right and the inequality is written from left to right, meaning my variable is first. So yes, this inequality, x is greater than 4. That means, yes, my arrow is going to shoot to the right, but I've wrote it with my variable first. So in this case, you can see that I have -1 is less than or equal to x. So that does not mean my values are going to go to the left, because let me show you. So what I like to do is whenever I have this, I'm going to have a number line, right? So -1, -2, -3, 1, 2, 3. And a lot of students say, oh, -1, it's greater than or equal to, and then it goes to the left. It always goes the same way as the sign, right? Not always. So let's take a look at this. The best way, guys, to understand this is to create test points, all right? So we know there's going to be a circle. It's either open or filled at -1. So you know what? We start with the little dot. Then what we do is we pick 3 test points. A test point to the left, at the dot, and to the right. So let's do -2. So -2, I'm sorry. OK. So what we do is -1 less than or equal to -2. We do -1 is less than or equal to -1. And then we do -1 is less than or equal to, and I'll pick 0. Right? Make it simple. So now what we like to do is say this out loud. And remember, this symbol says less than or equal to. OK? So is -1 less than or equal to -2? Well, if you owe somebody $1 compared to owing them $2, owing them $2 means you're going to be more in debt, right? Meaning you'd have less money. So therefore, this is false. So at -2, false. Is -1 less than -1? No. Or equal to? Yes, it is equal to. So that's not false, that's true. Then, is -1 less than 0? Of course it is. So at 0, that's true. So if my point is true, that's why we know we're going to now have a shaded circle. And then since it's true to the right, that means all the other values to the right of my circle are also going to be true. All right, and the other way, ladies and gentlemen, you can do this if you like doing, oh, which way the arrow's pointed, always just rewrite your inequality so you're solving for the x. So it says x is greater than or equal to -1, so that would look like this. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is how you solve and graph an inequality. Thanks.